And looking at Bitcoin's weekly chart, you can see that the bears have begun losing momentum on the weekly MACD. December of last year, the bulls began losing momentum, and the bears regained momentum until now. We're starting to get a signal here. If we can close this weekly with this MACD signal, just like this was a bearish reversal, this will likely turn into a bullish reversal. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today Bitcoin is trading above and below 95,000. In the beginning of this video, you guys saw that clip, the signal from the MACD going into the beginning of April. That was a couple videos ago, and that was a possible reversal signal, which, well, it's definitely played out. I think that's pretty clear. Right alongside the weekly RSI breakout zone. RSI broke out, the MACD began to create that bottom. Price shifted, we broke the downtrend line. A lot of bullish things have happened over the past few weeks in terms of the Bitcoin chart. If you go to the daily and you pull up your moving averages, you can see we went from crossing down in February to then once again crossing up here in April. Virtually everything has shifted now upon this breakout. Bitcoin's 4-hour chart is also shaping up with an ascending triangle, and the breakout target, well, we'll talk about that in just a moment. I have a couple announcements, and the first one is that this channel is now sponsored by Blowfin. Blowfin is a top-tier exchange with some of the most competitive trading fees out there. Some of the lowest trading fees I've seen for futures and spot trading. And for you guys, I've decided to give 10% cash back on all your trading fees. You get 10% cash back, and plus all the community rewards, which are specific to my community. All these rewards, which are withdrawable USDT. These aren't bonuses. If your trading volume is equal to these levels, you will get this USDT deposited directly in your account and you can withdraw it. And there are also deposit bonuses. They have some awesome features such as the trading bots feature, which allows you to very easily connect TradingView strategies to your Blowfin account. And you can automate your trades using AI and custom strategies. I recently designed a trading bot that is run on the 1-minute chart, and you can see the performance is pretty good. It's correct about 70% of the time on Bitcoin, but it's extremely profitable on coins like meme coins that have high spreads, high percentage moves in a very short period of time. For example, just pull up a random one like Popcat. This trading bot is able to enter and exit all day long on the 1-minute chart. I mean, these bounces here providing 1% in a very short, within minutes, you're making 1%. And if you add it to the Blowfin exchange on their futures trading bot, you can yield even more gains in those few minutes than just 1%. And this was something that I wanted to do for a long time now, was develop a trading bot to basically just be a money printer so that there was no long-term exposure to the market. It was just entering, exiting, and just printing money basically. And I finally figured it out. Now, this trading bot is going to be released soon. It's going to be available to all of my Patreon members. All of my Patreon members also get access to my custom indicators, such as this vector reversal, which gives you pivot points on the chart that are very visible to see. Whatever indicators I create that aren't public, or trading bots I create that aren't public, will be invite only, available to all Patreon members as an added perk. So definitely sign up for Blowfin, 10% cash back on all fees. And I'm going to make a tutorial on the trading bots and release some new bots for my Patreon members. So those are all the updates that I wanted to go through. Going back to Bitcoin's chart, obviously right now we're consolidating on the 4-hour with the extrapolation target being 99,600, though we are of course waiting for confirmation on the RSI and MACD. The RSI needs to cross the downtrend line, the MACD needs to cross up, and that needs to be happening right near when the price breaks resistance. And that would signal that most likely we would fulfill this target up towards 99,600 on the next breakout. And if this scenario does play out, Bitcoin may then be looking to create a consolidation or a swing range in between 90K and 100K before going up later. At the moment, my bias is bullish. There's a lot of reasons for me to be bullish, including the S&P 500, which currently is breaking the downward sloping trend line, downward sloping resistance. The general market mood right now, I think, is about to change. I think it's about to shift. Likely, it's going to open us up for more swings at a higher range, right? I think we're going to leave this behind for a while at least and look to trend up towards a $6,000 S&P maybe consolidate after that. The daily MACD is still pointed up for the S&P. And as you guys know, when the stock market is bullish, that's very good for crypto. It means that speculators are confident to speculate on what are considered higher risk assets. Now, switching over to the others chart, the altcoins, the low cap index, that is what others is, all the coins except the top 10 cryptos. A lot of people have been asking me about altcoins recently. You know, for the most part on this channel, we just talk about Bitcoin. Occasionally we discuss the altcoins, and you can see we haven't really seen any growth yet for the alts. And that has a lot to do with the Fed. When the Fed raises rates, the risk on environment really diminishes, and it hasn't been great for altcoins. You know, altcoins do super well when you have zero rates and stuff like that. Although the Fed dropping rates is likely to come pretty soon. So I think we're going to see a change in the behavior of low cap alts. I think we're going to be entering a period of more risk on as the S&P starts its recovery, the Fed eventually lowers rates and ends QT. I think that's when you're going to see more fireworks coming from the altcoins. And something I noticed is that if you take your steepest part of the flagpole for the others chart from the last run up, and then you place that on the breakout zone, it gave you a perfect target. That was a perfect target hit. And if we were to do that again, the steepest part of the flagpole, and place it on this potential breakout zone, that takes us above the all-time high. This red rectangle is the wick high to candle body close on the weekly chart from 2021, and the extrapolation sends us to a new all-time high. The weekly MACD is suggesting that the bearish momentum is decreasing now, coming closer to a cross up. And the last time we had a cross up, that gave a 135% sprint over about 5 weeks. If we get this cross up, that could yield, 140% to that target. And if we break above the all-time high, which is what that red line is, well, it could get even more bullish, because that would be considered a change of character for the market structure. And so the extrapolation is telling us new all-time highs, about 590 billion is the breakout target. If you get that, it's a change of character, and it may result in continued upside. Of course, that depends a lot on what Bitcoin's doing, what is the stock market doing, what is the Fed doing. Altcoins are very dependent on that. You need a lot of confidence for people to speculate on these low cap, higher risk assets. So there is some work to do here. There are some developments that need to take place, but I think they're coming. And the chart, there is a major opportunity. There's a lot of money to be made on the next major sprint, just like this one and this one. I think it's coming up here quite soon, guys. Guys, that's going to be it for me today. Be sure to sign up for Blowfin using that link below. Take advantage of these rewards. These are real USDT rewards, not bonuses. You can withdraw these rewards. I'm going to be releasing content for these features trading bots on Blowfin. Remember, there is 10% cash back on your trading fees by signing up with that link. And if you guys are interested in the custom indicators, custom trading bots that are going to be released soon, be sure to join the Patreon, get in the Discord. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.